The secret to productivity is getting everyone back to the office, right? Recently, several major companies have announced strict return to office policies. And on the federal level, President Donald Trump issued an executive order maintaining that federal employees return to in-person work 5 days a week, essentially ending remote work arrangements that became prevalent during the COVID-19 pandemic. But let's not debate the merits of these decisions today. Instead, let's focus on what it means to lead effectively in this evolving landscape, whether your team is fully in office or operating under a hybrid model. Because at its core, this discussion isn't just about physical location, it's about culture. Well, the pandemic forced us to adapt rapidly. We became adept at video calls, cloud storage, and digital workflows. While hybrid work wasn't new, it became the standard. During this period, a common question from leaders was, how do we maintain connection in a virtual environment? Now, with many organizations initiating a return to the office, we must renegotiate just how we work together. We must redevelop working parameters around the ways in which we engage. Consider the stages of team development. There's the forming stage, in which we get acquainted and we set expectations. There's the storing phase, in which we manage conflicts and we further define our roles. There's the norming phase, in which we establish team cohesion in our workflow. There's the performing stage of team development, in which we achieve our goals and we maximize efficiency. And then there's the adjourning phase, in which we wrap up and we transition from one project to another. Now, bringing everyone back to the office doesn't skip these stages. Quite often, it resets them. So expecting an immediate boost in productivity may be unrealistic because culture takes time to build. And connection requires intentional effort. And as leaders, it's our responsibility to guide our teams through this transition. Recently, I worked with a client whose staff was returning to the office after a couple of years of mostly remote work. What was their biggest challenge? Rebuilding a sense of community and trust among employees who had become accustomed to the digital interactions. So through intentional leadership training, through structured team building exercises and open dialogue, we helped them navigate the transition and reestablish a positive work culture. Because returning to the office isn't just about desks and meetings. It's about rebuilding trust, redefining collaboration, and reshaping the workplace culture for the future. So the question is, how will you lead in this new era? Remember, showing up to the office is one thing, but showing up as a leader is another. Because work is changing and leadership must evolve too. Let's make returning to the office work for everyone who has to be there.